Let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah. I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Ain't no errors, baby. It's a new era. I wake up early feeling rich like I'm.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in to the Arizona Cardinals halftime report for Cardinals versus the Green Bay Packers. And ladies and gentlemen, right now with where we're standing at, the Cardinals are down by just 14 points. Now, I say just 14 points because at one point, the Cardinals were down by 24 points. So you got to give some sort of grace to this Arizona Cardinal team for continuing to fight. But the game's not over yet, right? We've seen this Arizona Cardinal defense shut out a team on the second half. Is that what we're going to see in the second half? We don't know. We absolutely do not know, ladies and gentlemen. But boy, do we have a lot to talk about today. Huge shout out to the people that are currently in the chat right now. Appreciate you guys for coming through. We're going to have a lot to talk about today. Okay, so let's talk about this game real quick. Now, one of the biggest things that's sticking out to me right now, and I made this graphic here with Garrett Williams before the 10-point swing was provided. So at one point, I was thinking to myself, Garrett Williams is really the only person that I want to give any credit to. Like, seriously. But not anymore. I'm still going to keep Garrett Williams on there because I still do feel like potentially one of the best cornerbacks we're going to have, hopefully for the future. He's done some really good things, has some really good flashes, but I want to talk about this Arizona Cardinal team just in a nutshell here, right? The Cardinals team offense, or I guess the team in general, right now has 7 penalties. 7 penalties, ladies and gentlemen. 7 penalties that are absolutely killing the Cardinals. Like, we can't continue drives with these darn penalties that we're seeing left and right. It's so frustrating to see. Right now, we are 7 penalties in with 55 yards. This might be the most penalties we've had all darn year. Like, seriously, like, this is not a clean game at all. By the graces of everything holy out there, we're only down by 14 points. But obviously, the Cardinals got a 7-point touchdown by Michael Wilson, which was a nice streak pass by Michael Wilson from Kyler Murray. And then there was an interception that Sean Murphy-Bunting ended up getting, right? Who would have known? Sean Murphy-Bunting with an interception. So we ended up capitalizing and still getting points. It's not the touchdown that I wanted, but like I said, penalties are the biggest thing right now that's kind of sticking in my mind. Let me give a shout out here to my guy Andrew with the super chat. He says, "We look great one week and then cheeks the next." It's a tale of two different halves, man. I don't know what this Cardinal team is, right? Like, it's so crazy because at one point I want to say we're down by 14 points. If we score a touchdown, we're only down by 7, right? Hopefully the defense can do something, but like, I don't know what we're going to see in the second half. I really don't. Like, I have faith. Of course, I have faith. I'm going to be watching this Cardinals game through and through, but we saw a lot of frustration. We saw a lot of frustrating things in this game. A lot of frustrating things. Now, before the Cardinals scored 10 points, I ended up getting a graphic here from Fox. The Cardinals, now, please keep in mind, this is before the 10 points were scored. The Cardinals had 15 plays on the offensive side of the ball to the Green Bay Packers 33 plays, and we only had 35 yards to their 251 yards. Time of possession was 18 minutes and 10 seconds for them to 7 minutes and 35 seconds for us. Now, like I said, those numbers are before the touchdown and the field goal were scored, but like, that's the main reason why we're losing. Like, look at this. This is crazy. 33 plays for the Green Bay Packers, 15 plays for us, 35 yards for us, 251 yards for them. Time of possession, 18 minutes to our 7 minutes. Like, that's absolutely 110% unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It really is. Now, the Cardinals, you got to give a little credit, right? A little credit to where credit is due. They fought. We got a touchdown from Michael Wilson. Hallelujah. I can't even imagine talking, this halftime report going into the second half and we don't score any points. I'm just so glad we have something to talk about, right? We scored 10 points It's better than nothing. That's all I gotta say. It's better than nothing. But this game is the ugly game that I was talking about, right? This is the ugly game that I was talking about where the rain is just it's coming down. The rain is coming down. And I'm not trying to use any excuses, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really not. But the penalties didn't help out the Cardinals. The third down efficiency, guess where we're at? Guess where we're at in third down efficiency? The Green Bay Packers are at 50% with 3-6. Guess where we're at? We're 1-6 with third down efficiency. That's not going to get you it's not going to get you the job done, right? Now, like I said, thankfully, the Cardinals right now are only down by 14 points. We got the ball at the second half. If we could somehow score a touchdown in the second half, then we're talking about a 7-point game. So there's still hope. There's still hope. We've seen this defense. We've seen this defense shut people out in the second half. We did it to the Lions. We did it to the 49ers. Can we do it in this game? Well, I mean, that's the biggest task that we're going to obviously talk about here in the post-game show and obviously post-game reaction as well. If this defense can step up, right? That's what we're going to be talking about here. Now, a couple of different things to obviously talk about. Kazir White is still questionable right now. Marvin Harrison Jr. got taken back to the locker room with seems to be a concussion. Definitely not ideal. Definitely not ideal. Right now, Marvin Harrison Jr.'s stat line, he's got targets his way, but the connection between Marvin and Kyler is just still not there. I don't understand it. I don't get it, right? So for the people that says, oh, it's barely week 6, ladies and gentlemen, throw that excuse out of the window right now, please. That's not an excuse. There seems to be a disconnect between this wide receiver, young rookie wide receiver, and our veteran quarterback in Kyler Murray. And I don't understand it. I don't get it, right? It all started with that third down where Kyler Murray threw the ball to him, and then for some reason, Marvin Harrison Jr. thought it was going to be like a comeback route or a quick curl or something like that, and Kyler throws a go route. So it's like, what is going on? Can we lock these two guys in a room? Lock them in a film room, please, for 48 hours. Lock them in a film room until they figure out and they're on the same page. This offense is not going to be able to get to the level that we need to get to if they're not on the same page. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. We're seeing Brian Thomas Jr. have crazy connection with Lawrence. We're seeing Malik Neighbors, which he's missing 2 games, so he's not playing this game as well with the concussion. But we're seeing him do really, really good things. The excuses are out the window. The Cardinals need to figure this connection out. They need to figure it out because it's a connection that we need as an Arizona Cardinals organization. We need it. We need it to flourish. And if it doesn't, then we know the results. But here we go, right? Right now, where we're standing for the Cardinals, believe it or not, the game is still achievable. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, the game is still achievable. It really is. Right now, with where it stands, the Cardinals are down by 14 points. Guess what? The Cardinals get the ball in the second half. If we score a touchdown, then we're talking about a 7-point game. This game ain't over yet. We need our defense to give us a little juice in the second half. All I'm asking is for a 3 and out. This game isn't over yet, ladies and gentlemen. And I said this before in the 49ers game as well. I was pretty positive. I was pretty optimistic in the 49ers game. I said, just score points. Stop them. And we can get back into this game. So a lot of ugliness that we've seen in this game so far. You can blame it on anything. You can blame it on Marvin. You can blame it on Kyler. You can blame it on offensive line. You can blame it on penalties. You can blame it on whatever you want to blame it on. It needs to get fixed. That's the number one priority. Get it fixed. Because this game is still achievable, believe it or not. Although how ugly this game was, it's still achievable. We're getting the ball in the second half. We got a couple people in the chat saying Cards made a comeback before. Yes, exactly. We're only down by 14. It ain't over yet. It ain't over till the clock strikes 0-0. Did Kyler Murray play his best game, or has he played his best game? No, he hasn't. But neither has our team in general, right? We've seen some drop balls. We've seen some balls got caught, completely slip out of people's hands. We've seen James Conner. What's James Conner at right now? Let me take a look at the stats of James Conner. James Conner right now is 7 carries, 24 yards. Josh Jacobs is 11 carries, 46 yards. Kyler Murray right now is 9 for 17, 103, 1 touchdown. Jordan Love is 16 for 22, 194, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. So right now, this game is still within reach. We just got to take care of business. That's it. Got to take care of business. Penalties didn't help. Yeah, penalties are killer. Are killer. We got my guy in the chat says Marvin Harrison Jr. is a rookie. All right, Marvin Harrison Jr., a rookie, just because he got hype is great. As soon as he got to the NFL, it doesn't mean anything. Every player is not going to adapt to the NFL quickly. Give him some time. He'll get it right soon. Well, this is not one of those things saying that Marvin Harrison Jr. is a bust. I'm not saying Marvin Harrison Jr. is a bust. I just need their connection to get better. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm expecting 150 yards from Marvin Harrison Jr. week in and week out. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyler Murray need to get on the same page. I will accept a 5-catch game for 64 yards, for 70 yards, for 47 yards and a touchdown. I would accept those type of games. I'm not expecting 150 yards, 3 touchdowns a game. No, of course not. But there's obviously a disconnect between our quarterback and our wide receiver. I just don't understand what it is. So you got to take away the biasness, because there's a disconnect there, and we need to get it better. They absolutely do. We got my guy Ivan with the super chat. What's up, brother? Appreciate you, man. Thank you so very much for the super chat. Okay, give me a second. I just saw somebody on the chat saying Marvin is out. Let me just confirm here real quick. I don't see anything right now that Marvin is out. Let me just double check here real quick. Let me see if any of these big-time insiders saying anything about Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything right now. Right now, he is in the locker room with the concussion, or not with the concussion, but they're evaluating him for concussion. I'm not seeing anything that he's out. So, no, I don't see anything about Marvin being out. So, let's continue. Okay. Ivan, what's up, brother? He says, sending out positive energy and some pressure on Jordan Love. We can do this. Need to establish the run and wash out the second half. Let's effing go. Absolutely. This game is still winnable. It is. And I've said this before. This game is absolutely still within reach. And this game is probably going to start up here within the next minute or two. So, ladies and gentlemen, give me your hottest takes in the comments below right now. And, of course, we will be going live for a post-game later on today. And then, obviously, the post-game reaction as well. I'm hoping the Arizona Cardinals can figure this out, because we're still within 14 points. This game ain't over yet. It ain't over yet, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to be closing up shop right now. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I will see you later on our post-game show and or post-game reaction. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, go Cardinals.